Per usual, everyone on the show is for educational purposes only and is not intended as financial advice. It's Tuesday. Let's take a look at the live portfolio. We are down 10+% on the year. Not a great January. A lot of losing trades and attempts at crypto-related stuff. I wouldn't call IREN crypto anymore, but we had some Sol T in here. We had some Solana in here. Gave it the old college try. Had a little foray into options with IBIT briefly in profit. A lot of stuff started to break out and then, didn't continue. So you're going to get dinged for that if you're a breakout trader. And then I also cut Rivian today just because it's just a sad looking chart. We'll take a look at that. The rest of it across the board, I'm not too upset about, not too mad about. Stitch Fix we'll take a look at. Not exactly where you want it to be on a breakout yet, but still within range. Zoom as well. Tesla is more of a green banana that's still on the tree. At some point, even on these high time frame ideas, you have to have a stop loss, right? If you look at Tesla on the weekly, to me, it still looks intact as far as the chart pattern. So yes, there's a level that matters to me, and it's getting close to that level, right? But the main thing is the entire portfolio is not made up of gigantic losers, right? There's some winners here to even it out. And if you look at the trade archive, I haven't really had many closing winners that are big enough to pay for the losers yet this year, which is why we're down on the year, right? It's been mostly closing losers, aside from figs. We'll take a look at some of the other trade ideas as well, but mainly, I'm concerned with stuff like this. If we have hardware joining software on a journey south, then that may mean indices continue lower, and that may just bring the entirety of the market lower. It just may continue the risk-off vibe, the choppy vibes. This is a head and shoulders on NVIDIA. I hope this doesn't play out. It looked like it was going to negate itself a couple days ago with a higher high, with a higher shoulder, but at this point, it's still intact. So it is short a bull, in my opinion. I don't think I'm going to take any trades on this. It's more of a sentiment gauge for maybe the sector, maybe the market, maybe indices. If one of the stronger Mag 7 names that has been treading water starts to break down along with the rest of them, then we have an issue. Apple and Microsoft, or Apple and Google have really held up the market so far. So you don't want to see NVIDIA breaking down. Rivian broke out, looked great, and then gave it all back, all of it. So I don't like where this sits on high time frames. Technically, theoretically, maybe sort of you could hold on to this, but I've had enough after holding it for a year. Clearly, it's been the wrong trade. Should have been trading gold and paying attention to other momentum names and not sitting in this for as long as I did. I don't think, in my opinion, not taking profit was a mistake here, at least for me. I was looking for double. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's sometimes when you're trading. Clearly, the natural resource names, oil companies, energy names, that's where the market's been outside of just blanket commodities. BTC continues to look tragic, a new multi-month, multi-year low at this point, basically retracing everything post-Trump win on election day. Still doesn't look bullish. This is going to need 3 months to figure itself out, right? So I don't really think there's a long trade here. I think, again, in my opinion, I took the long trade where it made sense to take the long trade, and it got stopped out. So what I did was close the leverage portions first. Didn't close enough of it, but closed the leverage portions first, and then slowly closed the rest of it. But no doubt about it, this is not bullish, certainly not bullish on MSTR. I do think, again, there's going to be a trade on this. Eventually, it may take 3 months to set up, but it will eventually appear. There's no doubt in my mind. Still have a bull div on this, by the way. So I don't think there's anything to do here. Nothing. And I don't think there's anything to do on Metaplanet either. Definitely should be closed out of this completely at 444. So we'll see what kind of bounce we can get to close the rest of it. I did close half of it. But yeah, again, in my opinion, I'm doing what I should be doing based on the system, and stuff just doesn't work out all of the time. And you get what you get on the trading side. ETH also looks tragic. Again, there's no bullishness here. Even if this bounces significantly, it's still trend bearish. ETH would need to get above 3,500. BTC would need to get above 95,000. It's going to take a minute. Sol looks as good as NVIDIA in that there's a huge bearish reversal distribution pattern up here. I don't know why after this broke 120, why won't this go to 50, right? It looks like it's going to have its own little happening here over the next 3 to 6 months. So this week, again, just reiterating, crypto's not the place to be. Momentum is where you want to be. You want to find momentum and seek momentum in a thinly led market at this point. Most of the names, 23, 24 is all on Mag 7. 25, 26 may be all about commodities, energy, the cyclical nature of everything swinging back around. IREN to me still looks fine. Wolf had a great little headline. Wolf looks great as well. Bullish TKB cross price above cloud. This looks like it's setting up for continuation. So as long as the rest of the market doesn't crumble, I still think the names that are leading will continue to do well. GEV was another one I added recently. GEV is GE Vernova. It is wind turbines, energy at all-time highs. I still think this looks great. It's not a massive, huge trade. Neither is CVX, again, another energy name. These aren't massive risk-reward trades. These are just trades that look good, are breaking out, and are at all-time highs. And that's that. This isn't the time or place, in my opinion, to go full pedal to the metal and just crank the leverage on anything. Here's Stitch Fix. It still looks okay, right? On the weekly, it's above the cloud. It's in the horizontal range, the rounded bottom. Still looks okay, as does Zoom. Zoom looks okay. It's still above the breakout level. I got no issues with it. Even if this broke down to 75, I think it's fine. You just have to be super patient in this type of market where we don't have a lot of momentum way down the stack. It's not like everything's popping off. At this point, BABA, I'm probably going to end up closing. It still looks okay. It looks like IREN, but again, it had momentum and just pulled back. So hopefully this can just settle in and regain momentum, but just kind of the market we're in right now, right? Not much going on outside of the energy names. This is XLE. Of course, you've got CVX, you've got XOM, you've got other really good oil company names that are moving quite well. And then XLP is consumer staples that hit a new all-time high today on the weekly. And this is a very defensive sector. So outside of the live portfolio, what I've been doing is stacking any biweekly paycheck cash into STRC. And then with the monthly dividend, I've been buying BTC. So I've effectively biweekly DCA STRC and monthly DCA BTC with the dividend until it looks like there's better opportunities for BTC. That may not be till 60, 65, 55, I don't know. But outside of the live portfolio, I haven't done much on the active trading side. And even this, collectively, it's done iffy, right? It's the P&L is P&L, not positive on the year so far. That's all I got for this one. Give me a like, dislike, comment, share, subscribe, and happy trading.